Hello ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to this video, a very warm welcome to another video of mine. Well, today I'm going to talk about the planet Venus. Yesterday on the 6th of April 2023, the planet Venus has moved into the Taurus sign. And Taurus at this point in time will have Rahu in the 12th house. That means Rahu is in the Aries sign and Venus will be in the Taurus sign. So Rahu is 12th from Venus at this point in time. Venus represents a lot of things. It represents love. It represents your wife. It represents females. It represents luxury. It represents the material world. It represents luxury. It represents creativity. It represents charm, charisma and beauty. It represents your emotions. It represents your lover in the case of male. So at this point in time, you need to stay aloof from your relationships. You need to stay aloof from those people who are draining you in your life. You need to stay aloof from people who are toxic people, who are negative people, who are draining your energy at this point in time. You need to stay aloof from those things which are troubling you at this point in time, which are destroying you emotionally, mentally and spiritually at this point in time. You need to stay aloof from those things which is giving you sadness, which is giving you trauma, which is giving you agony at this point in time. You need to make a conscious decision to discard your relationships which are toxic, which are negative, which are debilitating, which are more debilitating than nourishing. So at this point in time, you need to stay aloof from such people. You need to stay in silence at this point in time. Don't respond to people who are negative in your life, who are spreading negativity in your life. Well, I'd say that stop responding to those messages and calls which are not productive, not profitable, not positive or not purposeful. You have been giving your relatives, your relationships too much attention. You have been texting them, you have been calling them, you have been pursuing them, and their response to your messages, your calls has been cold. They haven't responded the way they should have. They have taken you for granted. I'd say that they have wrapped you around their little finger. So they are trying to control you at this point in time. You need to break the shackles at this point in time. And you need to stay aloof at this point in time. You mustn't respond to those people who have hurt you in the past, who have given you pain and sorrow in the past. You need to teach them a lesson at this point in time. It is time for you to take some sort of a revenge. Well, I wouldn't suggest that you take revenge in this life, but this is an appropriate time to show them that you can do without them. Well, if you are doing a job and are having a strained relationship with your colleagues and bosses, then at this point in time, you need to keep quiet. You need to stay in silence at this point in time. The others are gonna realize their mistakes and they might try to pacify you at this juncture. I mean, when Venus is in the Taurus sign. Well, if you are doing a business and you aren't getting any money from your customers, then at this point in time, you need to request your customers for money. And I am quite certain that sooner rather than later, you will get that money because Venus is forming a Malavya Yoga at this point in time. Though your expenses are going to increase at this point in time, still you need to try and control your expenses and save some money at this point in time. Well, if you are in a love affair and that affair isn't giving you what you want in your life, then at this point in time, it is better for you to maintain a distance between you and your lover at this point in time. Whether you are a female or a male, you need to keep a distance from that relationship which is not giving you any peace, which is not giving you any happiness, which is not giving you any joy, which is not giving you any bliss. You pulling back from that relationship at this point in time will strengthen your relationship in the future. Sometimes it's better to avoid and ignore a relationship if it's not giving you happiness and joy in your life. Well, in other words, to reach heaven, you need to go through hell at this point in time. You might not like the idea of staying aloof from your near and dear ones, from your lovers, from your relatives, from your relationships at this point in time. But the distance you maintain from them at this point in time will reap rewards for you later on. After the 2nd of May 2023, once Venus moves into the Gemini sign. Well, if you have been explaining to your near or dear ones, to your loved ones, regarding your emotional status in your life, and they haven't been understanding you at this point in time, then it is better not to talk to them at this point in time. Well, silence is the best answer to those people who don't want to understand you. So at this point in time, you need to stay aloof from those people and stay in silence wherever you think it is possible for you to stay silent. And at this point in time, don't try to mend others. Don't try to think about how to rectify the mistakes of others. You need to mind your own business at this point in time. You need to take care of yourself at this point in time. Taking care of yourself, improving yourself is a full-time job. So why waste that time on others when they are not willing to listen to you, when they are not doing the things you want them to do? Well, if somebody doesn't want to listen to your advices and suggestions, it's better to keep mum at this point in time. Don't give lectures and sermons to others at this point in time, as it might backfire on you, it might boomerang on you. Well, silence is golden at this point in time. So at this point in time, when Venus is in the Taurus sign, you need to maintain a distance from those relationships which are negative and toxic for you. Well, for Taurus moon sign people, for Leo moon sign people, for Scorpio moon sign people, and for Aquarius moon sign people, this is gonna be an excellent time for y'all. You will be able to move forward in your life the way you thought you would move forward. You would get the opportunities you wanted in your life at this point in time. Well, the other thing is that if you haven't been getting the results you wanted in your life, then at this point in time, you need to change tacks at this point in time. You need to change your direction in life at this point in time. You need to change directions completely at this point in time. You should take another path to your destination at this point in time. Don't give up at this point in time. Become relentless at this point in time. If you haven't been getting your desired results, then there is something about you have to change. You don't have to change others in this situation. You need to change yourself, because these results which you are seeing in your life are your results. And if those results are bad, then you need to change something about yourself. Well, if you keep doing what you are doing, you'll keep getting what you are getting. I repeat that if you keep doing what you are doing, you'll keep getting what you are getting. So in order to get a different result in your life, you need to change something in your life. If you need a positive change in your life, if you want some positive things to happen in your life, you need to have some positive ideas, plans, and attitude in your life. You need to change in your life. And this is the mantra for you at this point in time. Somebody once asked me, how will my life change? I answered, when you change. So this change which you are hesitating to embrace in your life, you need to go ahead with that change, and that change will be a welcome one for you. There are no guarantees in your life. Life is unpredictable, and you need to live your life just now. Stop complaining, stop whining and moaning and groaning about your situation at this point in time when Rahu is in the 12th house from Venus. So you need to stop complaining about life. Start working towards your goals and dreams at this point in time. Well, if you can't run, you need to walk. If you can't walk, you need to crawl at this point in time. But keep moving ahead in your life at this juncture of your life. And for those people who are married, you need to give your time and energy behind your spouse at this point in time. You need to involve yourself with your spouse at this point in time. You need to give time to your spouse. You need to give money to your spouse. You need to give all the necessary emotional support to your spouse at this point in time. Otherwise, things might get from bad to worse for you at this point in time. At this point in time, you need to believe. You need to believe in yourself. You need to believe in your ideas. You need to believe in your plans. Don't get skeptical and doubtful about your ideas and plans at this point in time. When you believe in something, you are encased in that idea. You are fused with that idea. And that makes all kinds of things happen in your life. And when you believe in an idea or a plan, you won't quit. Quitting will never be an option for you. And when one doesn't quit, you will win. You will win in that particular thing in which you don't quit. And if you don't quit, miracles will happen in your life. I believe in miracles. Miracles are the things that God does for you, through you, as you, with you. It is a person himself or herself who puts themselves in a small cell, which is in their own mind. When a person imprisons himself or herself in that small cell in their mind, they need to understand that the doors of that cell are open and you can walk away to freedom anytime you want. So it is you who is responsible for you imprisoning yourself in that small cell which is in your mind. So you need to get out of that small cell in your mind and walk into freedom. And you need to think big at this point in time. You need to have a large heart at this point in time. You need to forgive people at this point in time. Unforgiveness is that poison which you drink and you expect the other person to die. That will never happen. So it is better for you to forgive people who have hurt you in your life. Well, this is all I wanted to tell you all about this Venus in the Taurus sign, which would be there until the 2nd of May 2023. Well, like I always say, that if you wish to know your future through astrology and you are determined to live the best possible version of yourself, well, one must always try to live his or her best version of themselves, because there is only one life to live. There are no duplicates of a life. You will never get a chance to live this beautiful life once again. And if you want to enhance your luck in your life, if you want to boost your luck in your life, if you want to increase and improve your luck in your life, then I want to tell you all, I have several remedies for you. These remedies which I am talking about are a fusion of astrological remedies, Vastu remedies and religious remedies, which can be utilized by any person of any religion, because I believe that there is only one God in this universe. And if you want me to pray for you, because prayer can move mountains, so if you want me to pray for your health, wealth, success, money, business, career, job, relationships, love relationships, marriage, married life, children, property, education, etc., 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 then also you may contact me. You may also contact me for a Vastu visit of your flat, office, residence or factory. And if you are hell-bent on taking your life from the ridiculous to the sublime, from the low point to the high point, from nothing to something, then you may contact me over WhatsApp. My WhatsApp number has been given on this video. Have a great day and a great life ahead. God bless you all. Jai Mata Di. Jai Ma Kali.